Hi, today I want to talk to you about another superfood nutrient that's one of my favorites of all time. And it's biblical. And it's a nutrient that can improve your cholesterol ratings, reduce your risk of cardiovascular disease, reduce your inflammation, expand your lifespan, your longevity, and help you age with confidence, strength, and grace. And can you guess what it might be? It's my favorite, olive oil. Olives have been around for centuries, over many cultures, many continents, and we've used olive oil historically as something to support the body. And we love olive oil. I've had the privilege of going to a couple of tastings in Italy, and it's unique that they harvest and bottle and have these tastings. And in biblical times, we actually anointed with olive oil. So what we love about olive oil is that it is a MUFA, monounsaturated fat, not a PUFA, polyunsaturated. PUFAs make you puffy. MUFAs make you healthy. And one of the constituents in particular is what we call the polyphenols, the polyphenolic capability that gives the olive oil that hot, spicy, peppery herb type flavor and taste. And so we know that it can protect our heart. It has been shown to lower overall cholesterol, improve your HDL levels, and it's just an amazing, amazing food. Now, one thing I want you to know about polyphenols, olive oil, is that it has to come in dark glass, green glass or brown or a tin. And that's because the olive oil can go rancid very quickly by being exposed to oxygen and to light. So if you've ever gone down the aisles at the big box stores and you see the wall of rows of light colored oils, maybe in this color, these are the fake icky oils that I keep on hand to muscle test with. Those big box stores, they can buy oil in bulk. And what I'm talking about, they're buying canola oil and soybean oil. And they only have to put in as little as 10% olive oil to actually have it be labeled as olive oil. And that's unfortunate. I also had a client that we did a pantry clean out couple of years ago, and she had bottles of olive oil that had been gifted to her that were over 10 years old. And I was like, no. We have to consume our olive oil immediately. So one of the things I'd love for you to look for when you're purchasing olive oil is that it is in dark green glass. And I'm a big fan of the California Olive Ranch Company. You'll see up here, there's a label that says California. Now, you'll see some places it's also sold as global blend or worldwide, which means they've cut it with olive oil from Spain or Greece or Italy, and I just question that. Number two, you want to make sure that your bottles have a harvesting date. They actually show you when they harvest the olives, a bottling date, when it was bottled, and a best used by date, so you know you're not getting old product. The other thing I want you to pay attention for are all these certifications that prove that it's organic and certified olive oil. There's another company that I love, also from California, Cobram Estate Extra Virgin Olive Oil. And they have the same, well, it's tiny, but there's the harvest and bottling date and used by date and its certification that it is organic. There is extra virgin olive oil, and light olive oil. Extra virgin is cold pressed, not used any heat, no manufacturing and no heat. So you're not breaking down all the lovely polyphenols and fatty acids in olive oil. Virgin olive oil is usually a second pressing. And light olive oil can be riper olives and blended with some other oils, some other olive oils, and may have been exposed to heat. Talking about heat, I know that we all love to see Mario Batali throw the olive oil in the pan and fry, saute things up, but olive oil really should not be used in high temperatures. It doesn't have that high heat point. We want to think about a light saute or something that we use to make salad dressings, or drizzle olive oil on top of a finished product from the kitchen. So when I need to cook something and saute my vegetables down or spray it on, I use avocado oil and coconut oil. Doesn't leave those flavors. It just gives you that oil feeling and for cooking. And then I drizzle or spray olive oil on after I'm finished in the kitchen with that particular food product. So just to remind you what we've got heart health, we have cancer prevention. We know that olive oil as a fat is satiating. Fats are satiating, so you won't be hungry. And so this would help with your blood sugar regulation and keeping you from becoming insulin resistant, because insulin is our fat storing hormone, and fats and proteins are satiating, so you don't have cravings and get hungry. The other thing I remind my clients is that your brain is over 65% fat. So if someone calls you a fathead, take that as a compliment. But how do we feed our brains? We have to feed it with the essential fatty acids that we can find in olive oil. Same thing with our skin. Our skin cells are fat cells, and we need nice, plump, fat skin cells to keep our youthful appearance. So olive oil slows the signs of aging. It would help with the risk of diabetes by preventing you from becoming insulin resistant. Olive oil has been associated with the lower breast cancer risk, so we want to make sure that we're getting enough olive oil. How much olive oil, Leslie, should I take? Well, anywhere from 1 to 4 tablespoons a day, whether it's in salad dressing or drizzled over vegetables. I had a wonderful guide in Turkey that said when she grew up that as children, they couldn't leave the house without eating 5 olives or a tablespoon of olive oil, because mama knew it was so good for their brains and helping them support growing up. So let's recap. It's a super nutrient. It's a MUFA, monounsaturated fat. It helps with preventing inflammation, reducing heart disease, lowers your cancer risk, improves your appearance, feeds your brain. You want to buy it in dark green or brown glass or a tin. You want to look for the bottling dates and the certifications and make sure you're getting a quality product. I love olive oil. I'll be using it today. How do you use olive oil? Let me know. Drop me a line.